couple weeks, Barney was thoughtful, considerate, sweet. In short, the perfect boyfriend.
Do I have the permission to show this video of my sociology class for 2010?
Only your sociology.
I have the right to use this in my sociology class. You have to say that.
So you have the right?
Yes.
You have the right to use this in your sociology class?
Well, do I have the right to use this video in my chemistry class? Sociology. Do I have the right to use this in my sociology class?
No.
Do I have the right to use this in Mr. Grosskopf's sociology class and show this? Do I have the right to use this in Mr. Grosskopf's sociology class, 2010? Use this interview in Mr. Grosskopf's sociology class and show this in my sociology class.
Yes.
Do I have the right to use this in Mr. Grosskopf's sociology class and show it to the class?
Sure.
Like factors when they are going through a rough time, they're struggling, when they feel like they need better morals, when they break up with a boyfriend or girlfriend, probably.
Nothing.
There's no reason teenagers want to go to church?
Well, I say teenagers like their religion. They say they are into their religion, but they wouldn't want to attend church at all.
Friends, or like if they did something bad and they feel guilty about it, or like something.
Attend church?
Yeah.
They're scared.
They want to feel like they're part of something and like belong to people or have something.
A teenager would want to go to church if they are with and have no let's go. They don't know how to stand up for themselves or like believe in their own stuff. Jesus.
Please their family. Like she goes to church. Donuts. My church is donuts.
Free food.
Rock and roll and drugs.
Being smart.
Because they don't feel like they're good enough, or they feel like they're being judged, or like they can't uphold the things that the church.
Marijuana. Not having hot guys.
Friends, like, and other people don't go.
Probably marijuana also. Yeah. And other not having donuts.
Because they are focused on having fun in high school and hanging out with their friends, and things are going well for them, so they don't want to go to church as much, or they get caught up in science and they start to change their views.
Because I would say they only go for the community and the friends rather than worship the Lord.
Maybe like social pressures or like what other kids are doing, and they just want to be. I don't know. Maybe just social
Problem following.
Marijuana.
I think that, well, it all depends what church you go to, and you have to make out your own views, not to follow exactly what the church says. And they're always going to have struggles. I think the church says.
They're all addicted to sex and more drugs. I think it applies to a lot of Americans.
I think they're there just to food.
They don't believe it, or it's too hard.
Well, I think they're too much of chicks to do anything. People have a tough time following a set schedule, especially when they're on drugs and having sex all the time.
People who are going maybe because like their family pushes them into it, or just for social reasons, like to see people and not really want to be part of what it's about, just be part of like the social aspect of it and like the idea of it, but not.
Well, they shouldn't be going to a church and practicing the faith that they don't believe in what the church is teaching. Like, they gotta find something they actually believe in and then follow that. If they're gonna actually believe in something, they have to follow like the majority of its beliefs.
Well, I think that they are. It all depends how badly they want to. I'm sure if they really want to follow what the church says, then they will. But they might be going for a social thing, or they are going to find something new and they're not finding what they are hoping.
I don't think parents should force them to go to church, because that's like pointless. If they're being forced to go, it's not their choice. and religion's like a choice, and you have to like make it yourself. So if parents are making it.
No, that's kind of like an infringement on personal sovereignty, because the kid has the right to choose whether or not they want to believe in a certain thing. So if parents forcing them, then they're like, yeah, that's messed up.
Force the kids? Yes.
I don't think parents should force the kids to do anything unless they're under.
No, because if they don't do it, then they should have been done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, obviously.
No.
No.